Hello students, the next topic is refraction through a rectangular glass slab. To understand the phenomenon of refraction of light through glass slab, let us do an activity. So activity 10.10, fix a sheet of white paper on a drawing board using drawing pins. Okay, so imagine that this is a white sheet of paper and you have fixed this on a drawing board with 4 pins. Okay. Place a rectangular glass slab over the sheet in the middle. So a rectangular glass slab is placed over here, okay, on the sheet. Draw the outline of the slab with a pencil. Let us name the outline as ABCD. So this is the outline of the rectangular glass slab, ABCD. Okay. Next, take 4 identical pins, fix 2 pins, say E and F, vertically such that the line joining the pins is inclined to the edge AB. Okay, so you take two pins E and F. So this is the rectangular glass slab. So you have fixed 2 pins E and F. Okay, don't fix it in one line like this. Okay, it should be inclined. So this is the outline AB. So it should be inclined to it. Okay, it should not be like this. It should not be perpendicular to it, but inclined to it. So E and F are 2 pins which you have fixed here. Okay. Look for the images of the pins E and F through the opposite edge. Fix 2 other pins, say G and H, such that these pins and the images of E and F lie on a straight line. Means what? Here the rectangular glass slab will be there. So you see through the rectangular glass slab from this side. So what will happen is the images of these 2 pins you will see in this rectangular glass slab, inside the glass slab. Okay, so what you do, you fix another 2 pins G and H such that this pin G and this pin H is in line with the images of E and F. Means what? If you look from here, H, G and the images of E and F in this all should be in a straight line. Okay, basically you will do this experiment in your school laboratory. Okay. So at that time you will be actually doing it. So you will understand it in a better way when you will actually do it. Okay. Okay, so these E and F are on a straight line. Remove the pins and the slab. That means remove the glass slab that was here. Just remove these E, F and G, H pins. The markings will be here. E and F, G and H. Okay. So I repeat, how you have fixed this G and H. You have looked through the rectangular glass slab and you have placed G and H such that H, G and the images of E and F inside this, all of them are in a straight line. Okay. All these 4 pins you see in straight line. So remove the pins and the slab. Join the positions of tip of the pins E and F and produce the line up to AB. Means what? Now you have removed the pins, but the markings will be there. So you join E and F, these 2 pins, the positions of these 2 pins, and extend it to this position where they join AB. Okay. And let EF meet AB at O. So this is EF, it meets AB at O. Okay. Now let similarly join the positions of tip of the pins G and H and produce it up to the edge CD. Let HG meet CD at O dash. Okay. Similarly, you have removed these 2 pins, so these 2 positions are there. So you join it and extend it to meet CD at O dash. This is O dash. Okay. Join O and O dash. Now you have these positions O and O dash. So you join these 2 positions. Join O dash. Also produce EF up to P as shown by a dotted line. Okay. So EF. Okay. It was here. Now what you do? You just extend it from here. Extend it by dotted line like this. Okay. So this will be a straight line EF. Okay. And extend it up to P. Now, in this activity, you will note the light ray has changed its direction at points O and O dash. Note that both the points O and O dash lie on the surfaces separating 2 transparent media. Draw, okay, what does it mean? Like the line should have gone like this, EF, like this, right? But what has happened at this point O, the direction of the ray of the light has changed. So it came here. Okay, it hits this surface and then it bends like this, so it comes like this. Okay, similarly, when it goes, this is the rectangular glass slab. So when it goes out of the rectangular glass slab, again it bends. So at position O and O dash, the direction of this light changes, is a light that we will see later on. It is a light. Okay, so what happens inside the glass slab at is this O dash. Okay, but at the interface of two media, interface means what? So this is the boundary kind of two media. Which are the two media? One is air, outside here is air, and inside is what? Glass. So it is air and glass. Similarly, this medium is what? Glass and air. So at the interface means here and here. Okay, from here the light enters from air to glass at this point, and at this point the light enters from glass to air, and at both these interfaces, at both these points, the direction of light changes. Okay, now let's continue. Draw a perpendicular n dash to AB at O and another perpendicular m dash to CD at O dash. That means this n dash is a perpendicular. It is called normal. Normal means what? It is perpendicular to AB. So you draw n dash here and you draw m dash here at O dash. Okay. Now, the light ray at point O has entered from a rarer medium to a denser medium, that is from air to glass. So what is this rarer medium? Rarer medium means a medium through which you can easily see. Okay, so what is medium? So air is a medium, glass is a medium, water is a medium. Okay, so air is a rarer medium. Why it is rarer medium? Because you can easily see through air. But glass is a denser medium. Why it is denser medium? Because as compared to air, you cannot see clearly through a glass. So it is a denser medium and air is a rarer medium. Okay. Now, note that the light ray has bent towards the normal. Okay, so when the light ray is traveling from a rarer medium, that is air, to a denser medium, that is glass, so this is a normal. So instead of going straight, this line should have come straight, but what has happened? Light has bent, and it has bent towards the normal. So this is the normal, and instead of going away from this normal, the light ray has come towards the normal. So it is bending towards the normal. So when light travels from a rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards this normal. Okay, a very, very important point. At O dash, the light ray has entered from glass to air, that is from a denser medium to rarer medium. The light here has bent away from the normal. Okay, what does it mean? Now at this point, now this light has entered from a rarer to a denser medium. Now it is traveling in the denser medium. Okay, and at this point it is entering into the rarer medium. So air is a rarer medium. So from glass it is entering in air. So denser to rarer medium. So what it has done? Okay, it would have come like this, straight like this. Okay, but what it has done? It has bent away from the normal. Okay, so now when light travels, so away from the normal like this. Here it had bent towards the normal. It had come, instead of going straight, it came towards the normal, and here instead of going like this, so instead of going like it should have gone. If you draw a straight line from here, it would have been like this. See, like this it would have been. So, but what it has done, the light has bent away from the normal. So when light travels from denser medium, that is glass, to a rarer medium, that is air, this is air, so it bends away from the normal. And when it travels from a rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Very, very important point. Okay. Compare the angle of incidence with the angle of refraction at both refracting surfaces AB and CD. Okay. So basically this is angle of incidence, this is angle of refraction. This is angle of incidence and this is angle of refraction. Okay. So this is about the experiment. That is activity 10.10, refraction through a rectangular glass slab.